Hey guys, Oz here. Quick video about the new skill training boost bundles. I want to do a rate the deal on these because, as some of you may have seen, we now have new skill training boost bundles in the Eve store. And these come in various different sizes. The Undock boost bundle for 16 euros with 648,000 SP, all the way up to the 192 euros jump boost bundle. CCP actually brought out a dev blog covering this. It's called the new skill boost bundle. You can find it on the Eve website. And what they say is that they want to bring more clarity to the packages. Before it was very confusing. They had different types of cerebral accelerators, different tiers, and it wasn't quite clear what you're getting. Now, here comes the first issue that I have with this dev blog, because what they're comparing this to, the number that they're saying here to make it quote unquote to bring clarity into the system, they say additional SP trained with no attribute booster or implants. It took me a while to figure out what on earth they mean by these 648,000 SP. And this is actually if you're an alpha and you have no training boost, meaning that not even, biology or an implant, but also the lowest amount of attributes, which is completely unrealistic because nobody actually trains something with the minimum attributes. Most people actually maximize the attributes and the type of skill that they're training. So this 648, it should be 810,000, I think what it is which is the ideal attributes at alpha level. But whatever, for some reason, CCP chose these 648,000, and that is what they're comparing with. Just be aware that this is not a number that is typically realistic. This is a number that was chosen by CCP for some reason. All right. These packs are going to have a different value depending on how much SP you have, because if you're comparing gaining SP to existing ways of doing so, you're always going to compare it with the large skill injector. The large skill injector, if you have less than 5 million SP, is going to give you 500,000 SP, all the way down to 150,000 SP if you have 80 million SP on your character. That means higher SP characters are going to value skill points a lot more, a multitude more than new players. All right. Now, these are the new packs. The Undock pack has just the 648,000 SP for $16, and then it goes all the way up to the Jump pack, which is 12 times 648,000, which is 7.7 million in total, and 2 Genius accelerators. Now, the accelerators, they're all the same, but I don't expect you guys to know exactly how much SP that gives you. You can use a site such as Quantum Anomaly. I'll put the link to this in the comments or show notes to look at exactly how much you're getting. So, for example, if you look at the Afterburn bundle, this shows you exactly how much SP you're getting. And Sentence from Quantum Anomaly, a buddy of mine, he also puts the rating into green and red numbers here, right? So this is whether you're getting a good return for your dollar or euro. Now, this again highly depends on the SP of your character. So up here, you can actually put in the number of SP that you have, and then it will calculate that for you. But the guy that I am, I made this video to make it very, very simple for you. So here's a table, an overview, okay? Very, very easy to read, color-coded, can't miss it. These are the 4 bundles: Undock, Afterburn, Warp, and Jump. This is how much SP you have. The greener the number, the better the value. Now, you have to understand that this is compared to the non-sale 1500 Plex price and buying LSI with that. So with these bundles, it looks at the total SP and it compares it to injecting immediately with LSI. So the thing that we're comparing to is actually better because you're getting all skill points immediately. And so if this number is anywhere close to 1, it's probably going to be a pass. You're just going to go buy Plex and buy LSI instead. at current prices, subject to change in the future. But we're talking about a point in time here, and fairly realistic pricing. So long story short here, if you're 80 million plus, this is probably a good deal for you, right? If you're 50 to 80 million, the undock pack is possibly, but all the other ones aren't. And then if you're anywhere at 50 million or below, this is probably a pass, because it makes a lot more sense to just buy the Plex and then buy large scale injectors with it. All right. If you want to know the details, you just go to that link that is in there. And again, I'm going to put it in the show notes. And feel free to ask me any questions in the comments, and I'm happy to answer. If you do decide to buy these, especially if you're 80 million plus SP, then please do so by using the creator code Oz, either in the Eve store or specifically on the Marquee Dragon store, because in the Marquee Dragon store you get 3% off, which is then overall a 3% better deal. All right. Appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you guys on the next episode. We're streaming tomorrow, Friday, instead of Saturday this week. And so if you want to watch the live show with the MER analysis and everything, then tune in tomorrow. All right. See you guys later.